Hi, thanks for joining. Today we're going to discuss board members approving accounts payable through the portal. Basically, we're going to go cover the really basic piece, which is going in, looking at some invoices, and then selecting a couple of them and approving. And then we'll get into a little bit further advanced features, things that you can do within the portal so you can review prior invoices just for being able to do some type of research if that was required. So first I'm going to log into the portal. System will go out and build my dashboard based on the last time I logged out of the system. In my case, I actually have the setting within my options area to close all my dashboard when I exit. So I don't have anything listed here. Otherwise, it could show you that the invoice approval tab automatically if that's something you use all the time. If not, you go to board, you go to invoice approval. That then loads the invoice approval application in the dashboard. And then from here, you're going to see any of the outstanding invoices that need to be approved. So what we're looking at here is up top, you have your bank accounts, which ones actually have something that you need to go and approve on. And you can see my operating BAC account is I have 7 items that need to be approved. And then on my operating AAB account, I have 2 that need to be approved. So for this scenario, I'm going to pick a couple of them. Like I said, here are your actual invoices. So choosing the ones that you want to approve, you'll see that your balances are changing based off of the selections that you're making here. So in other words, I have my GL balance, what's been approved, what my new balance will be, and what my minimum balance is defined within the system. Obviously, just as more of an alert for you to now go below that minimum bank balance that you guys want to maintain. But at this point, I've selected 3 items. I can simply hit the approve button. System will come back with a confirmation, and then these things will disappear from my list. I've just approved invoices. So that's it. In summary, you choose your bank account. Once you choose your bank account, you'll go through and review the different items that you want to approve. You'll hit the approve button. That then will automatically approve them, and then you'll get back the list of the remaining items. So now some for advanced features. Now notice what I did is I approved several of the invoices, and they disappeared from my view, right? I have 2 that are unapproved. Well, you potentially have invoices out there now that haven't been printed. So there's a difference between what you've approved to print and ones that are still out there that haven't been printed but approved. And that's where this Show Approved Invoices checkbox comes into play. You can check this at any time, and that will show you every outstanding invoice that is in a print state. So you can see these are the ones that I actually approved the first time through. So I have the 2 unapproved items, and then I have now the 5 that are pending for print. Now, for whatever reason, if there was something that you wanted to remove from the print queue, then you can simply select those items that you want to remove from the print queue, do an unapprove, and that will unapprove those 2 items. Now I'll have basically 3 items or 4 items that have been set up for that are unapproved. So that's how it works. The Show Approved Invoices shows all outstanding invoices, approved and unapproved, and the ones that are in a print stat or a check payment mode, basically they've been set up to print. The other ones are still pending approval. So that's how you go in and approve. Also use the feature called Show Approved Invoices. Now, other things that you can do in this screen is obviously review the data prior to making your selection. So on any of these invoices that you select, you can use the other tabs up top that will actually show you more data about that particular item. So if I'm on this item and I go to detail, I will see the actual detail of the invoice. Now, in some situations, you might have, your management company might have attached a digital copy of the actual invoice. And if they've done that, that's where you get the view link. So at any time, you can click this view link, and that will show you then the invoice that's been attached to the actual expense line item. Down below, you can choose Show Image, and that will actually show it to you within this space down here automatically. So if I click this, basically the system will go out and load whatever has been attached to this expense and bring that information up within your view. So if you hit the link button, that will pop up a tab that will show you the actual PDF. Otherwise, if you are going through your list and you had that checkbox defined and you go to detail, the system will load the image within the panel automatically. So that's another feature. And you can use any of the tabs. So when you select this item here, you can go to payment. That'll show you any payments that have been processed. You can go over to notes, see any notes that have been added to the actual invoice. As you approve invoices, they automatically will come in with your timestamp and your name as the person who's approved it. If you remove an approval, that will actually be removed as well. So as you can see, I removed an approval, so it took away, it basically says set to not process. So the actions of your management company processing the invoices and you as a board member approving or unapproving basically are constantly adding notes to the actual invoice, and they can always be reviewed through that tab up there. So those are the features that you see within your view. Other things that you can do, another advanced feature is your advanced filtering. This allows you to filter the information within your view. So you could go up and filter, let's say, by a specific vendor if you want to. If I only want to look at, let's say, AA Auger, I can go choose that vendor, retrieve it, and now your filtering will take effect on the grid. You could obviously remove the filter, and that would then show you every pending item. The paid invoices checkbox could be used to see all the prior invoices that have been written for a particular filtering as well, either a vendor date range for your due date or a check date range that you might want to enter here. So the filtering is used just to filter out your information. The paid invoices will show you all prior invoices. Otherwise, it's going to be whatever the current invoices are pending for approval. Switching to a different bank account just basically pulls in the information that needs to be approved for that particular bank account. Again, I had this already checked, so it brought in the 2 printed items. If I uncheck that, then I'm going to get just the two items that are remaining that need to be approved. And then the approval is exactly the same. You click and select the ones you want to approve, you hit your approve button, and now you've approved those invoices for printing. And one last feature you can use is the email link here. So if you ever have a pending question or a question about something that you're approving, you can always press that link. That'll pop up a web form, and then you can fill out your information within the web form, your question. You submit it, and what that will do is automatically email your AP clerk your question. It'll also add your note as a note to the actual invoice, so you have a copy of what you had asked them, and that information would be attached, and then from there your AP clerk would just follow up with a standard email. That's all we can show you here for the AP approval. It seems there's a lot of neat features. You can go through and obviously do the quick approvals by just selecting and hitting approved. You have the advanced features of looking at all pending invoices. You also can use the advanced feature or filter for managing and viewing certain data either from the past or in the current view, depending on how many invoices you have. And ultimately, once you've approved them, as I said a moment ago, the system could be your dashboard item up here called invoice approval. If you were to log out, that will remain as part of your view. So the next time you come in, your dashboard will be configured, unless you're in the options area and you told the system to close tabs on logout. So when you do log out, then your dashboard gets cleared up. So those would be the 2 features, and that's with any items that you use or applications that you select through the system. If you have set it up so that it remembers that your tabs are your dashboard when you log out, then those things will be saved, so the next time you don't have to load it again by clicking the button. Thank you for your time, and you have a great day.